Morning, everyone. It's 9 o'clock in France and 7 o'clock in the evening here in Hobart. And Guy's finally out of the big blow, which is kind of nice. Big days here in Hobart. They're gearing up for the Wooden Boat Festival. You may not have heard about it, but it's certainly the biggest wooden boat festival in the Southern Hemisphere and maybe even the world. 400 boats getting organised, four square riggers, all sorts of things going on in Hobart right now. So starts on Friday. I think there's hundreds of thousands of people coming into Hobart. So going to get very hectic here. Good news is we got permission to fly home. So we booked our tickets. We're out here on the 11th. Ooh, that's exciting. So back to Les Sables d'Olonne. And for Guy right now, he's very happy by the look of it. Haven't seen any tweets yet, but doing 6.4 knots underway and did 34 nautical miles in the last 24 hours. So, and to put it into perspective, compared to yesterday, at the moment, he's probably got about 13 knot forecast, and the gusts are probably about 25 knots, something like that. So, and the sea has died right down, 3.6 metres. So he'll be taking a well-earned break for sure. And we haven't had clear definition yet, but I would probably assume that he may be headed for Hobart and look at picking up a life raft or something. It'll be interesting to see how it pans out. He's about, distance-wise, from Hobart right now, near enough to 600 miles. It'll probably, not following the weather to see what he'll get going in, it's probably 5 or 6 days to get here. So maybe late next week, Thursday, maybe. That's maybe the 8th or 9th. And then if he gets a raft, he might be able to get one sorted in a few days and maybe take off. Let's wait and see what he decides, because it's certainly getting late in the season now. And he's, be happy to be out of that weather though. Anyway, so that's all good for him. And if we shrink this back and see what's coming in the next couple of days, I think it's pretty much plain sailing. So we come forward a day. Yeah, nice breeze, looking good up into Hobart. Going to be windy here. This is under the 5th. Again, nice breeze, so that's good. He'll be making 130, 140 mile days there, so it could be a little bit shorter. Again, good breeze, 5th. We'll go through to the 6th. Yeah, generally good breezes all the way through, so it could only take him 4 and a bit days, 5 days. So 5, 6, 7, 8, about the 8th maybe, we might see him come into Hobart. We'll still be here then, so I'll look forward to catching up. And if we do, we'll obviously do a big live and have a chat, and he can tell us all about it. I'm sure he's got some interesting, epic stories, but let's wait until we hear the tweets and see how he's recovering right now. And it's good to see that all is well with Guy. So that's good. Now, all is well with Jeremy. He got that past that blasted, bloody stupid little waypoint there. So he's happy to have made it around. Quite a challenge, but he did it. And there's the bounties there, and he's on his way now up until the other exclusion zone over the top there, making 6.4 knots and done 59 miles in the last 24 hours. This is as expected. We said it'd come onto the north and he'd just make a beautiful reach across there. And Ian Herbert Jones took a bit of time out on him, 5.6 knots doing, forget the daily run, it says 316 miles. That's not actually quite right. So let's just have a look and see here what the weather's like over this part of the world right now. It's pretty benign. 16 knots, so just nice sailing for Jeremy, but not so nice for Ian. He's sort of lagged behind. I think it'll end up slowing down a bit, but that's cool. Sea state's probably about three meters or so, so we'll just see how that's going to look in the next 24 hours. I'm going to go a bit light for Jeremy and on the nose for Ian. So Ian's going to have a challenge getting around the bounties as well. Maybe he'll sort of pay off here and just see what goes on. So we'll go through to the next day. So that's the 5th, getting heavier. Ooh, that'll be fun. So, but Jeremy will like that. He's through, and Ian will make his game plan as it goes. There's a bit of a blow coming up behind, but nothing going to catch him too quickly. So this is on the 6th. No, he'll like that. He's on his way. So for the next 3 days, they should be, Ian have some challenges, but then he's underway again. So it's not too bad at all. So that's all good. And we'll come across here to Goog, heading south. trying to get down a little bit more breeze maybe, but he should have really nice sailing there. 6.4 knots, 145 nautical miles in the last day, and that's what we were expecting from him. So a day's time, another good day sailing. There's no problem there. That's all very nice Southern Ocean stuff. Plenty of mileage there, and then it goes a bit quiet. So that's 2 days out. He'll slow down a little bit, but he's still making good averages. No big dramas on the 6th. Picks up again. He's getting a great run across here. And we go to the 7th again. Yep, fantastic. Oh, that's a big one. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, that's on the 7th. We'll forget about that for the moment. That's still 4 days away, but it looks like fun. So we'll get rid of that, and let's have a look and see what is going on here. Kirsten beelining it to the east at the moment, 5.9 knots. She was actually moving faster than that in the previous 4-hour average. 130 nautical mile days. Abelish has taken a dive straight down, 4.5 knots. This is interesting because if you look at the rum line, Kirsten's actually sailing away from the mark at the moment. She's going out this way. Not sure why. Cape Horn is the mark. Maybe I know she's getting weather forecast. Maybe she decided to stay up because of this lot. But Abelish is a lot more efficient course here. So he's just taken a bit of distance out on Kirsten. And I can show you how that pans out, because if I just plonk that there, if I plonk one there and one here, this is the rum line sort of thing, getting towards Cape Horn. So now you'd have to say that's pretty much it. So 186 miles behind Kirsten. You don't peg it through from there. So she was actually a couple hundred miles before. So Abelish has actually done well with that move. And as I say, I'm not sure why she's heading direct to the east. She must have a game plan there for something. Maybe it's weather. So anyway, we'll, oops, daisy, come back here. We'll get this down here, and then let's see what's going on with this big number coming across. So for now, in the next 24 hours, we'll just pull it through near enough to 24. Kirsten's got plenty of breeze there. That's good. Same with Abelish. So that's day 1. That's the 4th. We'll come through to the 5th. And that's more of the same. They got good speed there. Maybe she's keeping up there because she's got this forecast coming across here. Doesn't want to dip too far south. So that'll be interesting to watch. Anyway, that's 2 days out, and it's all looking pretty reasonable. We'll go 3 days out and see. Here comes this big one. So I'm going to toggle this through now just for fun to see what's happening. So this is 3 days out. By then they'll be over here somewhere. So don't relate this to their current position there. They'll be down around here somewhere. And I'll just see what this is looking like. Yeah, it's going to shape up to a big one. So that's going to interact with them for sure. So somewhere on the 7th, we're going to be having a bit of fun down here. And this is the real tricky area right here. So I won't focus too much on it now because it's still a little bit too far. Everything can change, but here comes a big one. So on the approach in, and it'll be around about 3 or 4 days' time. So that will be interesting to watch. It may interact with Simon. Simon's getting pretty close to the coast now. He's got good sailing for the next couple of days. He's 300 miles, so yeah, he might just get in before this. Depends. It depends on a lot of things, but we'll be on the ball with this one and keep them all updated and see what's going to happen. But it looks like there's something coming. I'll just toggle that through, just play it out while we're watching it here. Yeah, it's quite a big system rolling down around Cape Horn. There is room to move there. You can see how it's rotating, and I don't know whether Kirsten, I don't think she'll be working off this weather, staying up high for that, but there would be nothing wrong with being up high. If you're getting down in this area here, that's where you get the sudden wind direction changes, horrific seas, risks increase dramatically. So we will no doubt issue an alert probably tonight European time. We'll have a good look at that and just put them on notice that there's something coming. All's well. We haven't heard any strange stories from Simon or Kirsten or Abelish. Everyone seems to be pretty happy at the moment, and they're slowly making their way to Cape Horn, so that's all good news. That's really about it. So have a good day, and it's the weekend coming up. That's fun. So we'll see you on the weekend.